Elizabeth Angela Marguerite Bowes-Lyon was Queen of the United Kingdom and the Dominions of the British Commonwealth from December 11, 1936 to February 6, 1952 as the wife of King George VI. She was the last Empress of India from her husband's accession 1936 until the British Raj was dissolved in August 1947. After her husband died, she was known as Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, to avoid confusion with her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II. Born into a family of British nobility, Elizabeth came to prominence in 1923 when she married the Duke of York, the second son of King George V and Queen Mary. The couple and their daughters Elizabeth and Margaret embodied traditional ideas of family and public service. The Duchess undertook a variety of public engagements and became known for her consistently cheerful countenance. In 1936, Elizabeth's husband unexpectedly became king when his older brother, Edward VIII, abdicated in order to marry the American divorcee Wallis Simpson. Elizabeth then became queen consort. She accompanied her husband on diplomatic tours to France and North America before the start of the Second World War. During the war, her seemingly indomitable spirit provided moral support to the British public. After the war, her husband's health deteriorated, and she was widowed at the age of 51. Her elder daughter, aged 25, became the new queen. After the death of Queen Mary in 1953, Elizabeth was viewed as the matriarch of the British royal family. In her later years, she was a consistently popular member of the family, even at times when other royals were suffering from low levels of public approval. She continued an active public life until just a few months before her death at the age of 101, 7 weeks after the death of her younger daughter, Princess Margaret. Background: Nerissa Bowes-Lyon was born on February 18, 1919 and Katherine Bowes-Lyon was born on July 4, 1926, the daughters of John Herbert Bowes-Lyon and Fenella Hepburn Stuart Forbes Trefusis. Their father, the second son of Claude Bowes-Lyon, 14th Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, was a brother of Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, the future Queen Elizabeth II's mother. Their mother was the younger daughter of Charles Hepburn Stuart Forbes Trefusis, 21st Baron Clinton. In 1987, it was revealed that, despite the 1963 edition of Burke's Peerage listing Nerissa and Katherine as having died in 1940 and 1961, respectively, the sisters were alive, and had been placed in Ullswood Hospital for mentally disabled people in 1941. In the terminology of the era, both were classified as imbeciles, and neither learned to talk. Nerissa died in 1986, aged 66, with only hospital staff attending the funeral, while Katherine died in 2014, aged 87. The sisters received no money from the family other than £125 paid to Ullswood each year. Ullswood closed in 1997. Controversy. Suggestions of a royal cover-up were rejected in the press by Lord Clinton in 1987, who claimed that his aunt Fenella had completed the form for Burke's incorrectly due to Fenella being a vague person. However, Burke's included specific dates of death for both sisters. According to a 2011 television documentary about the sisters, The Queen's Hidden Cousins, broadcast by Channel 4, throughout their time at the hospital, there is no known record that the sisters were ever visited by any member of the Bowes-Lyon or royal families, despite their aunt, the Queen Mother, being a patron of MenCap. Nurses interviewed on the documentary said that, to their knowledge, the family never sent the sisters a birthday or Christmas gift or card. When Nerissa died in 1986, none of her family attended the funeral. She was buried at Redstone Cemetery. Her grave was marked with plastic tags and a serial number until her existence was revealed in the media, after which the family added a gravestone. The 3 grandchildren of Fenella and John organized the headstone for Nerissa Bowes-Lyon. Other family members. 3 mentally disabled cousins of the girls also lived in Earlswood Hospital. Harriet Hepburn Stewart Forbes Trefusis, sister of Nerissa and Katherine's mother Fenella, married Major Henry Neville Fane, and 3 of their 7 children lived in Earlswood Hospital: Idonie Elizabeth Fane, Rosemary Jean Fane, and Etheldreda Flavia Fane. David Danks, then director of the Murdoch Children's Research Institute, thought that a genetic disease in the Hepburn-Stewart Forbes Trefusis family may have killed male members of the family in early childhood and caused learning disabilities in females. In 1996, the surviving cousins were moved to Ketwin House Care Home in Surrey. When it closed in 2001, they were moved to another care home in Surrey. Anne Tennant, Baroness Glenconner was, as a young woman and 1950s debutante of the year, engaged to Johnny, Viscount Althorpe, later the Earl Spencer and father to Princess Diana. His father objected to the match on the grounds of mad blood, as one of her grandmothers was a Trefusis, and the engagement was broken off.